What's up, team? Sean from Rest to Live here, and we're not going to waste any time as usual. As many who watch this channel know, I'm a fairly active angel investor. I both have started and sold my own businesses. I've even done something very recently, like as in the past month at the recording of this video. I understand the raising capital side of things, the operational side of things, the growth, and then also the selling and exiting. So I was really thinking about the fact that finding folks who can talk about this transparently and for free are kind of hard to find, frankly. And it seems like everyone always wants something or wants a piece or wants to charge you for advice. Forget all that. We're not doing that. And if you know me at all, you know I'm not about that life. So here's the deal. I want to tell you about the 3 questions that I need answered every time someone reaches out about their business, their idea, their product, their solution, their next level of growth, why they need help or support. And what I'm also thinking about doing, and I'd really appreciate your feedback on this, I'm thinking about launching a secondary channel that's really focused primarily on bringing entrepreneurs on, whether you've been one day of thinking about it or 10 years of doing it, or 50 years of doing it for that matter, and just really having some open, candid conversations about the kinds of questions I'm looking to have answered, where your struggles are, how potentially we can work together to understand how to move something forward. And I don't mean bringing me on as a partner or anything like that. I mean, let's just talk about it out loud. Get some exposure for your business, your ideas, as well as what you might be looking for. I think there's a big audience out there for it who are interested in buying from small entrepreneurs who are trying to get the ball rolling. So let me know what you think of that. And if you do think it's a good idea and you'd be interested in being on, let me know also. So here's the crux of why I'm doing this call. I have a particular website I have for AI machine learning companies that are looking to raise capital. I receive a lot of inbound emails from my site. So the problem is they're typically all over the place. There's not a lot of information. I don't exactly understand what they're doing. I don't understand what they're solving for or why I should be interested in it. I don't understand why they need capital. I don't understand why they're launching this. I don't know their experience. So what I really look for, and what I would urge you if you're an entrepreneur thinking about being an entrepreneur, even thinking of an idea that you want to turn into something, I ask myself, and I start everything with 3 questions. Now, here's the beauty of this. It could be as a sales rep, as an executive, working in marketing. It could be anywhere in your career, you can still apply these 3 questions, and it's going to help you get so much further than your peers. It's going to help you close more deals, grow your business, grow your career. So here it is. Let's not waste any time as usual, right? I want to know these 3 things. Why buy now, and why buy from you? Okay? If you can answer those 3 questions for me, about anything you're working on, you are going to be light years ahead. But there's a caveat. It's not just some silly little quick answers because you feel like doing an exercise. You really have to look internally at the process, the product, the solution, your deal, whatever it might be. You have to really answer those questions in a way that's differentiated from your competition, okay? And it's okay to say things like, well, I'm not sure, or I have a hypothesis, I'm not sure yet. That's okay. That's okay. But you got to get these things down, and you have to understand why it's so important, because when you're trying to close a deal or raise capital or get new customers, there's a lot of competition, and it's easy to be competition, by the way. Okay. One of the things I do all the time is I look out at big competitors and I think about ways to steal 1%, 0.5% of their business, and then just sell them the company I started so that I can not be a nuisance to them. So you're competing not only with the big companies, you're also competing with people like myself who are very aggressively going to go out and try to exit everything they start and really try to grow and exit very quickly too. So let's jump into the 3 questions. When I say why buy, I want to know specifically the problem you're solving for, why this particular product is going to make a difference to what this problem is, how it's going to be priced correctly, how it's going to get to market, how it's going to solve for whatever you believe you're pushing here. It could be a new brand of water. It could be a new software company. It could be an agency. It doesn't matter. Why should I buy? What is the problem that we're solving for? How big and important is the problem? There's a piece of advice I heard a long, long time ago, and I think it still applies today. If you want to sell millions of dollars, you need to solve millions of dollars of problems, right? So whether that is, 1,000 units at $10 a whack or 1 unit at $1 million, right? $1 million deals require $1 million problems. That's really what we oftentimes approach this at. The next piece after why buy is why buy from you? What is the unique value you're bringing to the table? What is making your solution, your company, your product the only one I should consider, and you need to be specific. Why am I buying your brand of XYZ, whatever it is? You need to be able to speak clearly to this point. Unique, differentiated reasons, okay? We're buying it because there's a problem that exists. I'm buying it from you because you are uniquely positioned to solve the problem in a better, cheaper, faster, bigger, whatever way. I need to know it. I need to see it, okay? It matters, especially if you're asking someone for money, whether that's a customer, an angel, an investor, whatever the case might be. And the one that no one really answers for me, I find, but is the one I'm looking at more than anything, is why buy now? I don't want to hear about solutions that solve for problems that we don't have today. I don't want to hear about solutions that solve for theoretical or hypothetical problems down the road. I want to know, why are we going to do this now? Why should a customer close a deal with you today if you're a sales rep? Why should I solve this engineering problem with your mind today? Why should I buy your product today for a problem that doesn't exist, right? So start to think about how you structure these answers. Why buy? Why buy from you or buy your solution? And why buy now? If you can string those three things together, what you're telling me is there is a massive opportunity that I am uniquely positioned to solve for, and now is the perfect time because of this reason. Okay, so think about it in terms of like software, for example. Say you sell an AI solution that helps customers prevent churn within their business, or prevent customers from leaving their business. Well, the reason you want to buy is because we know that there's true ROI in keeping customers on who are already onboarded versus going out and finding new customers. There's an actual cost savings. So there's some ROI. The reason they want to buy from me is because I have 20 years of expertise in the AI space, recognize how to build the data sets, the models, and deploy them into production. That's why you buy from me. Why buy now? Well, let's be honest. Every day that we waste is a day more customers could potentially be leaving. And the longer I can leave that AI solution on, the more learning and more statistically relevant it will become over time, right? That's a very basic version of it, but that's all I'm looking for. So team, that's it. I just want to drop a real quick basic thing here. Why buy? Why buy from you or your solution or your product? Why buy now? If you can answer those three questions, you are so far ahead of your peers and your competition. It's going to be wild when you actually get out there and start doing this. So again, my ask is, let me know what you think of those three questions. And also, if you think it'd be valuable to do another channel focused purely on the entrepreneurship, the startup side of things, please let me know. I would love to hear about it. And I'll be frank too, there's a lot of times where things are just interesting to me and I'd love to help you just because I want to help you. So it might be a way to get some exposure at no cost. It might be a way to get some investment at no cost. Well, you know what I mean there. But in general, let's just talk it out, right? A lot of the issue for the average person who doesn't go to a top Ivy League school or isn't already within the startup community, it's scary to start up because you don't have a mentor, you don't have someone to talk to. So sometimes just talking about it out loud with someone who can ask some tough questions, do some discovery on your solution, and really dig in deep to help you see, maybe is this the right path or not, or how do we get to that next level? I'd love to be part of that. So hey, team, thanks so much for watching. I always appreciate it. I think there's a lot of real smart people who are watching this channel who care about investing. They care about real estate. They're interested in the economy, in the macro. I think there's probably a whole lot of entrepreneurs hiding in there who aren't sure just exactly how to get started. So with all that said, again, team, thanks so much. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.